to the sound like this. More bliss, don't think you'll miss the boogie with the beat to the clouds we kiss. Now this battle flag is a blazing blue-white to take flight high across the Orient seas. Grooves in the wind like a tropical breeze with the ease. Maneuver to the beautiful expanse. I'm covering the mic with my lyrical wingspan. Fly with the spirit of a new frontier. We are the kings of the atmosphere. Like
Eagle kami, di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Ipagka Blue Eagle, galing hiting at tigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Coming up next, ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo, Radyo, Radyo Katipunan. Radyo, Radyo, Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, Radyo, Radyo Katipunan. Radyo, Radyo, Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, Radyo, Radyo Katipunan. Radyo, Radyo, Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo, Radyo, Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan.
They've been behind every exam week, every thesis defense, and every milestone along the way. As they grow into thinkers, leaders, and changemakers, we are right there with them, listening, learning, and leading. This is your space, your voice, your story, where parenthood, purpose, and community come together on air. This is ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action. Listen in Laugh with us and journey alongside fellow Ateneo parents as we share stories of service, solidarity, and the magic in everyday parenting. ASPACes, your story, your voice, your space. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Great afternoon, everyone. Welcome to ASPACes here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. And today, of course, I'm with my co-host, Press Andu.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you doing?
Good.
Hindi tayo nagkatagpo kanina.
Yeah.
Good
Wires
afternoon.
crossed.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. The 6th of October, and we have two special guests. And they're going to talk about blockchain. Ano nga ba yung blockchain? So I'd like to introduce our guests for today. We have Mr. Miguel Avila, a blockchain expert and also a fellow Rotarian. And another one is Mr. Eli Rabadon, the CEO of DB Code Technologies and a contributor from Manila Bulletin and Philstars Tech. And also a board of trustee for Blockchain Council of the Philippines and a fellow Rotarian. Ayan. How are you guys? Let's start off with pinaka-bata. Hi, Migs.
I'm all good. How about you?
We're all good, of course. Syempre, it's so nice to see you again. Kasama lang tayo last week.
Yeah.
Hi, Ellie. Tama?
Yes
How
po,
are you,
magandang
Ellie?
buhay. Eto, buhay na buhay pa naman.
Mukha nga. Oo. And you traveled all the way from Bulacan just to join us
Oo.
today?
Yup.
Wow. Maraming salamat. Kamusta yung biyahe from Bulacan?
Well, unexpected na hindi na traffic, kaya sobrang aga ko dumating. Pero ayun, ganap-ganap lang.
Kaya pala you were 3 hours earlier dahil dyan meron kang donut na ikaw mismo nagdala. But thank you guys for being here. You know, my co-host here, Press Andrew, is really curious about blockchain. So he'd like to throw in the first question.
Yeah, maybe you could, yung for dummies, yung explain sa amin in very simple terms. Ano ba ang when we're talking about blockchain, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, sige. So, when we talk about blockchain kasi, no, para mas magets ng mga nakakausap ko agad-agad, pinapa-try kong i-simulate na, say, for example, meron tayong notebook, no?
Okay.
And then, yung notebook na to is, lahat tayo may kopya ng notebook na yun. And then, pag may isang tao nagsulat,
Okay.
magically nagre-reflect sa kanila lahat nung nakalagay. So,
kaya
ibig sabihin, in real
blockchain.
time, yung data na meron doon sa ledger is naka-reflect kaagad. Pero, hindi siya ibig sabihin na porket sinulat yun doon is totoo na yun agad. So, merong tinatawag na validity, yung consensus mechanism na kailangan majority nag-agree na yun yung tamang version. Or
Okay.
else, garbage in, garbage out siya. So,
Ah.
yeah. Currently, nagagamit siya sa monetary kasi nga, so far, yung pinakamalaking use case sa kanya is yung cryptocurrency. Pero doon sa side nung mga paano ba talaga maglagay ng record dito, ito yung medyo mainit-init na usapan sa bansa natin. So, yeah. Yun yung so far na masasabi ko kung paano ba talaga siya nag-work.
So who created blockchain? 'Di ba kasi we know about trading, mga cryptocurrency. So, eto ba are all part of blockchain?
Okay. So, si blockchain actually, no, is yung concept nito na pag-uusapan na to ng 1980s, pero naging buo siya dahil doon sa tinatawag nating Bitcoin, no? Kasi nung, 'di ba, nagkaroon ng collapse yung market sa US, and then parang anong nangyari kasi, nag-imprenta na naman ng madaming cash yung Federal Reserve that time para maisalba yung mga companies.
Alright.
So, ang nangyari is, merong movement na yung mga geeks nating mga kasama, mga programmers, no? Etong si Satoshi Nakamoto is wala nakakakilala sa kanya. It's just a pseudonym. Pero naglabas siya ng program na kapag nag-work yung thesis, yung white paper na inilabas niya, is parang magiging solusyon nga siya na magkaroon daw ng digital money na hindi hawak ng gobyerno. And ayun nga, looking back from nothing into parang sa around 6M to 7M pesos na ang isang piraso. So yun yung isang naging reason, no, kung bakit nagkaroon ng blockchain. And then from that nga, dahil nakita nila na etong application na to is pwede pa natin lagyan ng programmability. So, kaya nagkaroon ng mga iba't ibang blockchain na iba't iba yung use cases. So, ganun yung pinaka-history niya kung paano siya nagsimula.
Are you a computer science or computer or IT graduate?
Yeah, by the way, undergrad po ako. So, natuto ko by talagang YouTube University. So,
Talaga? Undergrad or what course?
undergrad ng IT rin naman.
IT.
But
okay.
I'm exposed na kasi sa computer and yung gaming, no? Hindi yung online sugal, but rather yung the actual MMORPG games
Okay.
na
Yung mga
nalalaro.
e-sports,
Yung
ganon?
pag-develop ng ganong mga apps. I've been exposed since 13 years old.
What?
Kaya yun yung, technically yung online world yung kinagagalawan ko since 2007.
Wow.
Kaya
grabe.
medyo talagang andon yung expertise na kahit hindi ako graduate ng IT.
So nakikita mo na nandun pala yung money, ano? So compare sa mga work namin, parang, ay nako, laking hirap yung ginagawa nyo compared to what we do. Parang ganun ba yung tingin nyo sa mga traditional na work?
Ang sa amin, ang perspective, sa akin personally is, before pa nagkaroon ng online sellers, may mga online gamers na kumikita sa internet. So,
Okay.
yun yung nakikita ko na kung matawid natin yung perspective ng sa gaming at ma-apply to sa mga business, which is it's happening na right now in digital transformation,
Right.
then darating din yung time na parang magiging parte na ng buhay natin tong si blockchain and such.
So blockchain is a program itself. Tama ba?
Yes, it's an application.
Application siya.
Na
Okay.
para siyang software nga na naka-install sa mga, let it be computer or data center. Depende sa kung anong uri ng blockchain siya kasi may mga kanya-kanyang sinosolve to na problema. So may mga kanya-kanyang paraan din siya kung paano i-load sa computer para magkaroon ng agreement, no?
Okay.
Kasi ang reason bakit nag-exist si blockchain is may record ka o may data ka na gustong sabihin na without anyone na parang may central authority na nagsasabi, dahil dun sa power ng mga computers na yon, nasasabi mong totoo yung isang bagay. So parang ganun ang
Parang
concept niya.
ganon. Parang na-validate niya. Parang inspector. What about you, Migs? What got you into blockchain?
So what got me into blockchain was back in 2013. Pretty much, I got a call that I have an interview with a company in San Francisco. I didn't know what it was until I was in the interview, and pretty much it was a white labeling company, a crypto exchange solution company. So that opened my eyes, and even before that, I was already hearing about Silk Road, Bitcoin, and all of that. So it was already ringing in my ears when I was in college, and I'm another undergrad, but business management. But yeah, when it comes to that, it's really latter part in my college. I heard about Silk Road, I heard about Bitcoin, and then being exposed to white label crypto exchange. One of our biggest exchanges that time is one of the largest ones in the US right now.
Yeah.
Also one of the largest in Hong Kong is also one of our early clients back then, before they pretty much purchased the code and everything for the exchange. And then from there, pretty much I started discovering that it's not only like exchanges. There are things called NFTs,
Yes.
non-fungible tokens, be it art, be it properties like real estate land,
Right.
certificates and everything. And then there's also the route of staking. There's also a route of micro lending and loans through blockchain. So your collateral is either one of your assets, either an NFT or whatever you're holding. And then pretty much last year, 2023, I was assigned to handle Asia Pacific. So that's when I got active here in the Philippines, and then I started meeting all the community members. Like Ali, who's really passionate about education and getting people on board. because of the future of the technology. He's on the tech side, and then on my end, I'm on the non-tech side. So business development, marketing, and all of that. So his energy and everything, I keep absorbing it. That's why if anyone who wants to learn about business development, marketing in this space, I share with them things I do, even my guerrilla tactics. Yeah. That's why I invited Ellie also here, because when it comes to educational tours or whatever, this guy has touched so many universities already to teach them about how to learn how to code on the blockchain and all of that.
Wow. It's a long story. Pero, you know, I'm really curious about it. Kasi lately ko lang narinig yung blockchain chemics. Although I heard about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Yun pala are all part of blockchain. Yun pala, dun pala yung nag-start lahat. Now, since we are ASPACes, we have students, we have parents, di ba, who are listening. So how could this technology or blockchain help parents raise smarter, safer, and more future-ready kids? Kasi di ba nakakatakot na ngayon technology? Maraming, you know, mga disadvantages. So what can you advise?
Yeah, sige. So, ganito, no? Dahil nga, kung meron na kasi mga iba't ibang components si blockchain talaga na, let's say, for example, sa usapang monetary, sa usapang validation ng mga pangyayari. So, ang number one talaga na pwedeng ma-equip, no, na knowledge sa mga parents papunta sa ating mga chikiting is the way we're handling finance at the moment is so liberating, no, sa usapang blockchain kasi how you onboard sa paggawa ng bank account right now, 'di ba, medyo mahirap-hirap pa rin sa pagkuha ng bank account. Pero kapag nasa blockchain ka kasi, yung mga tinatawag na blockchain wallets, yung mga Web3 wallets is one download away lang. And hindi kasi siya nangihingi din ng ng KYC kasi sa Web3 is kung meron kang asset, hindi necessaryong kailangan kilala ka pa. Ang mahalaga is nasa iyo ba talaga yung balance, kasi kung nasa iyo yung balance, pwede mong isend yun nang wala nang question na nangyayari, no? So, doon sa side na yun, nakita natin na nung pumutok yung tinatawag nating game na Axie,
Yes,
nagkaroon
Asis.
ng
Right.
survey na mas marami pang nagkaroon ng wallet nila kesa sa onboarded sa bank account. So,
okay.
imagine that kind of situation na napapabilis, no? Although, sa kabilang banda naman na dahil nahinog tayo ng pilit ng pandemya, nakita din natin yung pag-onboard ng mga kasama natin, ng mga magulang na talaga nag-cashless na rin sa paraan ng e-wallets, di ba, ngayon na gumagamit na ng mga pang-scan ng QR para
Right.
magbayad, di ba?
Correct.
So, from that, hindi naman kasi agad-agad din na makakatulong siya na mararamdaman natin kasi ang sistema nitong blockchain is it's a technology na something that businesses will be able to utilize para mas mapadali yung service, no, sa mga kababayan natin. So far ang nagiging effort namin sa company, sa DV Code, no, is to actually educate yung mga next generation na leaders, mga builders natin, mga developers na IT, na paano nila ma-utilize itong technology.
Yep.
Na kung gagawa sila ng system in the future is pwede nilang gamitin yung piece of code na merong patungkol sa blockchain. By the way, no, if I remember correctly, noong 2023, nagkaroon kami ng Web3 bootcamp hackathon dito sa Ateneo.
Oh, really?
Sa kabilang building lang po.
Talaga?
So, yeah.
Wow.
So, nagturo din kami sa mga sa mga students natin dito sa Ateneo na paano nila gamitin yung blockchain.
Okay.
And then parang may tatlong team, no, na top 1, 2, 3 na Ateneo yung yung
Sa mga IT students yon or
I think that's nalimutan ko yung tawag, pero yung incubation natin
what's that?
na sa side ng dito.
Where is
Nalimot ko yung pangalan pero dito
Okay.
sa kabilang
Parang innovation.
Oo, sa innovation area.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Doon sa building na yun nangyari yung event.
That's great.
Yeah. So, ganun yung ginagawa namin na pwedeng in a form of workshop, in a form of hackathon, or kahit simpleng knowledge sharing sa mga kabataan natin para mas maintindihan pa nila. Kasi hindi talaga siya right away na parang mapapaintindihan natin sa magulang. It's something that business that should utilize para magamit ng mas marami.
Yeah. So, kailangan you have to really take a course or like, IT or computer science for you to be able to understand, di ba? Or para magawa mo yung code or the software or
Base
the app
language.
itself.
Kung sa usapang tech, pero
Okay.
again, dahil it's the tech is just one portion no ng industry. So si blockchain kaya siya mag-work dahil din naman sa community na hindi lang programmer yung dapat nandun, that may mga nag-aasikaso din sa business side for it to be sustainable
The
talaga.
social layer.
Okay.
Because when it comes to blockchain, cryptocurrency, the strongest part of it is the social layer, because the community can determine if the price will go up or go down.
Okay.
Yes. And then when it comes to, let's say, institutional, you'll need to know how to get them to buy in and believe in what you're doing, because of mainstream media tries to demonize like cryptocurrency and blockchain because of all the scams and all that. That's a given. That's why efforts like what Ellie's doing, education and awareness is really important.
Yeah.
So it's just like relating it parent-child. The parent will create the awareness, and it's up to the child to be responsible enough to respond to that awareness. So that's how community members watch out for each other also.
I see. Oh, okay. Now, sorry, you mentioned kanina na blockchain could help mga radio stations, di ba, monetize. How is that? Could you tell us more about that, Ellie?
Yeah, so ganito siya, no? In essence kasi talaga sa usapang Web3 or sa blockchain, no? Ang nangyayari na kasi talaga sa kanya is it's a community-driven initiatives.
Okay.
So coming from that mindset, no, na nag-e-evolve na kasi yung the way we do business talaga, na dati okay lang na kung may business ka, malaki yung markup mo and then ikaw lang yung kumikita.
Correct.
And then nakita na rin natin yung evolution right now ng internet na kung saan yung mga companies such as sina Facebook, YouTube, Shopee, 'di ba? Meron silang mga affiliate mechanics na ginagawa na kapag ikaw ay content creator, you'll be able to get rewarded dun sa efforts na nagagawa through monetizations, no? So dun sa side na 'yon, what we're aiming to do is magkaroon ng alternative monetization solution sa mga radio stations or sa mga creators per se na maidaan din natin yung pagkakaroon ng appreciation ng mga community members na ma-engage sila sa radio and such, no, na kung saan two-way na yung communication. Kasi syempre, pag the usual nasa radyo tayo, although powered by Facebook, YouTube, may mga comments na tayo na pwedeng mabasa.
Right.
Nakita natin yung itsura ng may nagsisend na ng YouTube stars, TikTok gifts,
Yes.
Facebook stars and such, and yung super chat. So itong mga ganitong klaseng makinarya yung tinatry nating itawid na maging staple, no, na pwedeng doon na mismo idaan ng mga station yung mismong pag-convey ng message ng, say for example, may mga pabate, pwedeng kahit papano meron man lang na parang somehow na premium na pwede tayong i-charge, and then from that, pwede nating paikutin sa ecosystem, sa community in a form of rewards na para mas ma-engage pa lalo yung
Rather
mga
than the
community.
usual lang na YouTube and Facebook, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi pag hindi mag-send ng stars, wala namang kita yon, di ba? Or
Yep,
maliban
yep.
lang kung ready na for monetization your page. So the
Exactly.
one that you're saying is parang you're gonna create pa something para mas madadagdagan pa
Yep.
yung
So parang
value,
ang lumalabas,
yung reward.
magkakaroon na ng built-in na dahil alam nila na, uy, may ganitong klaseng possible engagement na mangyayari together with the host, with the show. So
Okay.
therefore, mas tatangkilikin nila
So it's a different app. Bagong app to na gagawin mo? How's that?
Mangyayari sa kanya, para siyang merong separate na dashboard.
Okay.
Pero ang sistema is naka-align pa rin na, say for example, kung naka-live tayo sa Facebook,
Yeah, we're live on Facebook
lalabas
and
pa
YouTube.
rin yung mga message nila.
Andun pa
Depende
rin.
sa discretion nung show kung ilalabas. Kasi
Okay.
pwede yun na parang, di ba, may mga widgets kasi na kung
Yeah.
nagla-live tayo sa OBS or
Yes.
something. So pwede natin ilagay na may mga pabate. Pero syempre, kailangan pa rin natin i-filter, di ba, kung ano yung
Yeah.
lalabas. So
Correct.
fully discretion ng show. But the point is, at least kahit papano, meron na tayong paraan na maka-build up ng possible culture within the show and within the community na merong involvement, no? Na together with the parang nati-take up nila na dahil ngayon yung tinutukoy ko, no, yung evolution nung the way we're doing business right now is napupunta na sa community-centric na creation ng business. And sobrang timely yung si blockchain and Web3 kasi yung whole culture doon is purely community-driven talaga.
And just to piggyback on that, it also opened a new way for people to earn or occupation.
Yep.
Because like within the community, there are roles called like community managers, chief meme officers, those who are providing all the memes and all the fun for the community to ride on. So when it comes to opportunity, like the traditional world won't look at some folks because of certain criteria or whatever, but then they have the talent and the know-how, and they're able to apply it within the Web3 space. That's why the opportunity is there. Even social media managers and all of that to really strengthen and boost the community. So it's not anymore like the traditional world that's top down. It's really circular. It's not economy, but it's more on hierarchy. There's no hierarchy anymore. Because even the CEO right now listens all the way down until the very bottom compared to the traditional world. And there's also governance within communities. That's why if you're a holder, you have a say in whatever happens within that community.
That's really good. I think it's one way then of not holding actual, diba, paper money. So that's why we have this technology. What about you, Presando? Do you have more questions for Ellie? Kasi he needs to leave at 2:30. He has another live at 3 o'clock.
Busy.
So let's throw more questions kay Ellie.
Hindi, we opened up with saying that you were mentioning undergrad and echoed by your statement also. No,
We're not encouraging it.
No, that was going to be my question. No? We were talking last week with, and even 2 weeks ago, with some technical people on AI. No? And the trend, I think, in other countries is that the fear of AI taking away their jobs is taking a shift into jobs that are not where you cannot apply AI. So the question is based, I guess, on your experience. How does this reflect on traditional education? Does it mean kasi syempre parents, kailangan, we're used to that, na kailangan you grade school, you go through the system, you must graduate, from a school. But what you're saying is that if, let's say, like you have the talent or you've got the inclination, then you just keep on working at it through blockchain and like through gaming and especially now because the younger generation are more adept or they are born into this technology. Would you say that pwede na, hindi na kailangan strictly na you must graduate from higher education. As long as you are technologically savvy, you can dive into this world that you are in and okay ka na, buhay ka na. And you're saying that this is the future. This is where you're educating, and this is where you want to bring the community.
Okay.
Diba?
So, ganito siya, sir, no? The number one message pa rin is, gumraduate pa rin kayo. Okay? yan yung pinakamahalaga yan. Kailangan mag-graduate kayo. Kasi
Okay.
nataon lang talaga na yung sa akin naman, it's a unique situation na somehow tawag ng pangangailangan yun eh. Na kasi hindi naman ako galing sa marangyang pamilya. Nandun lang sa kaya sa kaya. Kaya yung journey ko was dahil na-focus ako sa computer, I did enroll sa college and inabot ako ng third year college, but tinawag ako ng business na kailangan kong fokusan. So,
No judgment.
the point doon is yung kung ano man yung direction sa buhay natin, we cannot say na pare-pareho eh. Kasi ang nangyari sa akin talaga doon is kailangan kong i-let go yung school ko kasi the business is booming. So, I need to focus on that. But as long as kung meron ka namang capability to finish your studies, you should do it kasi sobrang daming opportunities na meron kapag graduate ka. So, what we're doing right now sa DV Code is to actually collaborate with academe. Kasi we all know na at the moment talagang dahil sa bilis ng technology, mabagal yung curriculum natin. So, we're complementing it na dahil nga ako'y isang undergrad at naiintindihan ko yung sitwasyon dun sa curriculum right now, ino-offer namin yung mismong ano yung possible na pwede nating ma-equip sa mga kabataan natin ngayon na para kapag pumasok na sila sa work is well-equipped sila sa kung ano yung ine-expect ng mga companies at the moment. Kasi nga, ang maganda naman dito is kung titingnan kasi natin dun sa traditional route, kung pupunta ka ng mag-graduate ka ng IT, magbi-BPO ka, magde-development ka, sobrang saturated na ng market right now.
Yeah.
That's why we're also opening the door na makita din na hindi lang naman yun yung katapusan ng IT. Ayan nga, may AI pa ngayon, di ba? So, madaming mga opportunities dyan, you just need to be equipped. So, the moment na graduate ka at equip ka ng knowledge, so it means mas malaki yung edge mo. So, we're not advocating na do the alternative, but much better kung meron ka nung pareho.
Yeah, like what he said, but then on my end, pretty much where I am today is because like I clawed my way to the top. So I had to build all the skills that I didn't even learn in school. And pretty much, but then I still had that, the voices behind that was telling me that I should have pushed through with it and all of that. But then there was things happening back then, and that's why I decided to stop. And then from there I jumped to work, and then from work, I was in the traditional world for like 2 years before jumping into the whole Web3 side. Because like within those 2 years, I got all the experience I needed. And then I just kept scaling and scaling. And until now, I'm still learning more skills. I'm always upskilling. I don't stop. Because like what you said, AI is taking over. But then when it comes to business development and sales, AI cannot outrun a person, a person's charisma, a person's persona and everything. So those are the things you learn in school and everything. Because like the stress you get in school is actually preparing you for the real world.
Oh, really?
Yes, because like the stress in school is already like a mental gym.
Okay.
Because like in the real world, like what you feel in those years can just be in 1 hour. When you have to put out a company fire or whatever, you have to come up with a business plan right away. Those are the soft skills you learn while you're in school.
Yeah.
And then pretty much on my end, yeah, that's pretty much what I have in mind.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually really true, diba?
No, not meaning to have any judgment. It's just that I'm taking the devil's advocate, and I know that parents with or would be asking those kinds of questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you say? So yeah, thanks for that's quite good and inspiring answer to that kind of a situation.
Yeah. So before we let Ellie go, would you like, meron ka bang gustong i-advise sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon, especially to the parents and the kids?
Okay, so ngayon ay Cybersecurity Month. So
Kaya pala.
ayan.
Okay.
So might as well try to ensure na number one is kung merong magte-text sa inyo na parang company, lalo bank related, is kung merong link, wag nyo na kaagad i-click kasi may utos na yung BSP na wag maglalagay ng link lalo kung monetary related ka na company, such as banks and e-wallets. So kapag meron kayo natanggap na kahit yung sender ID is legitimate yung itsura, tapos merong link, wag nyo nang i-click. And then yun nga, yung sa ating mga chikiting na nakikinig, dahan-dahan sa social media kasi alam natin yung mga Pinoy is keyboard warriors talaga, so malalakas, matatapang sa internet, pero kailangan nating mag-discipline pa rin at maging responsable sa ginagawa natin sa internet, lalo sa usapang social media. And then yun nga, sa mga kapwa naman na aspiring na founders and entrepreneurs, know that madami pang problema ang Pilipinas na pwede nating solusyonan, na kung makagawa tayo ng solution sa specific problems through innovation, malamang baka magkaroon tayo ng something na makakapagbigay ng value, let it be monetary sa atin as mga businessman or sa community mismo para makatulong. So, with that, syempre, yun, kailangan lang din nating mabuhay ng walang tinatapakan tao. So, keep on grinding, and yun lang, guys. Salamat.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Ellie. As much as we would like you to, have on the show until 3 p.m., alam ko meron ka pang ibang engagement. Again, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge about blockchain. Marami kami natutunan. Medyo maliwanag na sa akin ngayon kung ano yung blockchain, kung ano ba yung, ano ba talaga yung what do you call that? Ano yung mga kinocompose, ano yung meron sa blockchain, at saka ano ba yung mga uses ng blockchain. Thank you once again. And we hope to have you again on the show para naman sa continuation.
More to come.
Yeah, so good luck sa iyong mga future business and future engagements. Maraming salamat, Ellie. Now we continue with the blockchain topic with Migs naman this time.
Sure.
So let's talk about mga hackers naman. Di ba kasi ang dami na yung mga scammers, di ba? So what could you say about that? So parang mas dumadami naman yung disadvantages, di ba, of the digital world compared to advantages.
They've always been there. Bad actors didn't need technology in the 60s.
So they're genius na.
No, pretty much now they just have additional tools. So just like what Ellie said, don't click on links from random messages and all that. It's stay vigilant. Most of these compromises, all these hacks, are usually user's fault because they click the link and all that. I mean, it looks legit. You're unaware, but it's best to not touch anything that looks a little suspicious, but then you also have to stop to think because they're targeting your emotions and everything with when the message, the body and everything. It will target your emotions. It will target your state of mind at that second before they attack. So when it comes to safety, it's really just stay vigilant. Like on my end, I don't click any links, even though it's like from a legitimate source. And when it comes to hackers, pretty much they also send links. Sometimes they don't need to send links, but it's best to always have a good password. Get your two-factor authentication up. And all other mediums also for security, keep those up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, very well said, Migs. Now, let's talk about naman business, di ba?
Yes.
Business side of it. How useful ba is the blockchain to the business world? So, ano yung mga uses niya? I mean, aside from
So use
e-sport.
case wise, there is logistics, supply chain. So blockchain can track the provenance from seed to table, and you'll see all the steps on chain. So it also verifies all the actors. And then when it comes to real estate, you can fractionalize the land or the property itself. So let's say one unit, there could be like 100 people who own it instead of just one person.
Okay.
And then when it comes to music, there, it extends the lifespan of an artist's royalty. That's also applicable to art. There's also medical records. So data privacy and everything can be stored on chain, and then only people with specific keys can open that file. So
To alter the file or to add to it?
add to it, open it, edit it. So it's going to be like a dynamic NFT. And then pretty much like banks are using something like similar to blockchain, but then it's not really fully decentralized yet. From what I heard, cloud computing, cloud storage. There's already several projects that are building a blockchain-based cloud so that it's not controlled by a single entity.
How's that? What do you mean by that?
So if you look at it, Google Cloud is controlled by Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, I think there are other, ano pa, di ba, use of the blockchain for business, like tokenization, di ba, and rewards.
Yes.
And then,
Back in the early days, there was something called a security token offering. There's one island here in the Philippines that was tokenized,
talaga?
Tinaga Island. And
Tinaga, where is that?
I forgot, but it's somewhere out there.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
how did it happen?
Among the 7,000.
So
Okay.
it was tokenized and then public sale, and then there was like 1,000 holders. So 1,000 people had ownership of that whole island. Another way of tokenization is whiskey casks. In Scotland and Ireland, there are projects that sell NFTs that determine like the portion of the cask or the volume of the cask. They earn rewards when the whole barrel is sold. And then there's also sports.
Sports.
So
Okay.
sports community and everything. So there would be like either a plaque or a specific NFT related to the team, which holders either have basic utilities, or the ones who hold the rare kinds of NFTs get the higher kind of utilities. Like you can meet and greet with a player or have dinner with a player.
Yeah.
And then pretty much there's also, I think Gary Vaynerchuk did this, and also what's his name, Mark Cuban. They have it's like an ID, but it's an NFT, and it's also tiered from rare to basic, and pretty much each utility will give them specific access to, let's say, Gary Vaynerchuk or Mark Cuban. So the ones who have the rare ones get like one-on-one coaching with Mark Cuban or whatever. So there's really a lot of ways to attack it, but then there's also a lot of ways that people waste it. So just because someone brought up the idea, like you can do this for your business. You need to launch an NFT. You need to launch a token, which is it's not important. The token is there. You can just launch it as an ecosystem token, and it'll be a gas token for the whole project to operate its transactions and all of that. But then, like what Ellie mentioned, garbage in, garbage out. So it really has to be well thought of. That's why not everything needs to be on chain. unless you want to bring something that you want to live forever, have a legacy that can be tampered with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think mga schools should have a course that includes blockchain? Kasi it's there na, di ba? I mean, I'm pretty sure blockchain will stay for,
But
I don't know,
who's gonna and who would teach it?
di ba?
There's certified blockchain advisors, but yeah, there's no specific council yet that gives the specific certification that's recognized around globally. But when it comes to teaching it in school, maybe just top tip of the iceberg, not really going deep.
Okay.
Just the potential applications, because with blockchain, there's also decentralized finance, where that's where the trading happens, the loans, the micro lending, the staking. Staking is like a time deposit, but you can have an APY of 150% in just a month.
Wow. All right. Yeah, so we were talking about the advantages, diba? Now let's talk naman about the disadvantages of this technology, diba? Of blockchain. Syempre, especially the music industry, kasi I'm in the music industry din. Kasi marami tayo nakikita ng AI, they're creating the music na and everything, diba? You just write some words and then it gives you everything na parang siya na yung nag-compose,
That's-
diba? And gives you the music na rin. So what could you say about that?
You won't be able to verify that once it's uploaded, unless, let's say, the artist really makes it personal. So the artist mints the song on chain, and then that minted piece will have something called an unlockable. And then in that unlockable could be a documentation of how he created it from start to finish.
Okay.
So that's how personal it can get on chain.
Oh, okay. So you could not own that song when it's being created by AI, tama ba? Is that
No,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying?
no, no. Let me take a step back. You said AI is already
Yeah,
taking
they're
over.
composing the song
This
already
one,
and even the music.
if the artist makes the song, uploads it, mints it on chain, he can attach a documentation from start to finish of him creating that song. So
okay.
let's say if it took him 100 days, that 100 days will be in that file.
Okay. So, I mean, those are some of the disadvantages, diba?
It's the advantage, the disadvantage, you can't really say it's made by AI because they can really stage it. But you have to separate AI and blockchain. They're two separate, you're comparing apples and oranges, basically.
Oh, really? Okay. So,
Yeah.
kasi diba, I'm thinking kasi blockchain is really a technology, diba?
Yes,
It's
and
a,
AI is an intelligence.
so, but it's part of technology pa rin, diba?
Yes, but it's like
So it's a different, parang different, what do you call that? Ibang sector siya.
Yes.
It's not like, tama ba? Is that
Ye-
what you're trying to say?
It could be. It's just that you're comparing apples to oranges when
Okay.
it's blockchain and AI. They can work together, but comparing them is like saying that the apple and orange taste the same.
Okay. So what are the examples of blockchain that we are using nowadays, diba? That it's existing na for a very long time.
What's existing?
You mentioned a while ago, diba, yung Bitcoin, diba? That's cryptocurrency. What else? What other
So
sample
Bitcoin,
pa
there's
of
Ethereum.
Ethereum, okay.
Yes, there's Solana, there's Sui.
what's
there's-
Solana?
It's a layer 2 from Ethereum. So it's like
okay.
under the EVM stack. And then there's also Cardano. There's hundreds of them actually.
Okay.
But when it comes to each of those, it's basically like their community is loyal to that specific chain because they believe in the generation and the white paper or what was promised by the founders. So every word that the founder, or let's say the company mentions, the whole community is watching. Especially once they buy in and invest a lot.
So for example, yung mga trading, diba? So
Yes.
that's a good example of blockchain.
That's cryptocurrency. Blockchain is basically like Globe, Smart, and Dito. It's the network running the foundations while the crypto is the tradable layer.
Okay. So because I'd like people to understand what is really blockchain, diba? It's been there for a long time. Pero kung ano ba talaga siya? We really want to understand, yun nga, again, layman's term,
Think
para everyone can
Microsoft,
understand.
Mac, and
Okay.
Linux.
All right. So
That's
those
the
are...
blockchains.
Oh, okay. So yun nga, those are softwares, diba?
Yeah.
Those are softwares.
Applications.
Those are applications. Oh, I see. Okay. What about you, Prasad? We're able to grasp the idea of blockchain.
So I guess, where do you see it going? I mean,
Yeah.
for you, what would be, okay, Philippines has arrived because the use of blockchain has gotten to what level? That it's, what, 80% permeating in business?
Right now, I'm not sure what the statistics is here in the Philippines, but then if you look at El Salvador,
Okay.
they're already a Bitcoin country. They already scrapped the US dollar and all their transactions is on Bitcoin.
Oh.
So even
okay.
like your normal sari-sari store or fishbowl,
Wow.
they'll bring out the phone and you scan.
Bitcoin na sila. Wow, okay. Hindi na yung GCash pa or Paymaya or whatever.
Yes, because like the
Oh,
countries
wow.
that are already sinking because of the US dollar, they scrapped it and that's why you're seeing a lot of countries that are pretty much televising that they have Bitcoin reserves because they're replacing the US dollar already with Bitcoin.
Oh, so they're not using it anymore kasi it's gonna sink their economy, diba?
Yep.
Kasi magkano yung dollar compared to, say for example, in the Philippines, diba?
The
How much
currency,
is $1,
Yeah.
diba? So if you have that Bitcoin in your country, it's like the same value lang. Tama ba?
No,
Is that what
no.
you're trying to say? No.
One Bitcoin right now is close to 7 million pesos.
Oh, okay. Wow. So if you bought Bitcoin
Before.
10 years ago,
Well,
Yeah.
ang yaman mo na sobra. Wow. And if you're starting to invest now pa lang, wow.
You're not too early, you're not too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, Mix, what's your advice to everyone out there, especially to the young ones who are just starting and, to want to be one of them, one of you guys?
Pretty much look for someone who's already dabbling with it. There's a lot of groups and coaches that are good out there, and make sure that you also stay vigilant because there are good actors, there are bad actors, and always keep your seed phrase in private. Because anyone who gets your seed phrase, they can open your wallet and drain you easily.
What's that? What do you mean by that? Could you
A seed
explain
phrase
further?
is like it's either a
Security.
6-word combo up to 20 words to be able to access your wallet from if ever you delete the application and all that. It recovers everything immediately. But then when it comes to like someone young, 3 years ago, when I was in Dubai, the youngest person I met there was 16 years old. And he has more assets than me.
Wow. What do you mean assets?
Crypto, like crypto and NFTs. I was
okay.
like, did your parents allow you? They were like, yeah, they know it's my money, so I'm here now.
Oh.
And he was only
okay.
16.
Wow.
And I was like, what, 33, 32?
So it pays to be really skilled and
Actually, Gen Z, a lot of the traders right now are Gen Z. And a lot of the projects that are coming out, the businesses coming out, are Gen Z. And that's that's good because like their generation and everyone lower, that's when we're going to see the real adoption of Web3.
oh.
Because right now,
okay.
my generation or the existing generation is still maturing. Everyone's still trying to figure things out and how to make it mainstream, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mix, for sharing your insights about blockchain. Do you have further questions, Pres Andrew?
no, I'm totally confused.
I know how that feels.
Like you were saying, I think it's for the older generation. It's difficult to get a handle on it, or to at least
Yeah.
to envision.
You'll need more than one day.
Yeah, to envision the varied possibilities of its
Yeah.
application. No? So, yeah, I mean, but I guess for for parents versus Gen Zers who would be very involved in this, I think it needs a lot of understanding, meaning
Yes.
being openness.
Yes, and education is really needed. That's why, like what Ellie is doing. Usually, sometimes he asks them, invite your parents if you want, so that they can learn. And then there's also a lot of communities that have meetups, and then people present what they're building. And sometimes we have a random person who just joined because they saw the event posted somewhere and they got curious. But then, like how Ellie described the whole ledger, that's pretty much how I also described it. And it's really just learn and not fear it because of like how mainstream media is portraying it. Because a lot of the blockchain side, not the crypto trading side, the blockchain side, a lot of people are trying to learn more about it. Like one person, I'm part of the team. I'm advising them in Southeast Asia. We got Amnesty International's already looking into how blockchain can disrupt and change how they are operating. Or there's also a project in Japan, because some of the provinces outside of like Tokyo and everything, there's a lot of abandoned houses.
Correct.
So they're tokenizing those abandoned houses to make
okay.
it look more attractive to the younger generation.
Oh, like they're selling it digitally, something like that.
No, it's tokenizing it. They're tokenizing it instead of setting up a GoFundMe or a fundraiser. Tokenizing it, people will buy in and fuel it, and then pretty much they will get rewarded once that sells.
Okay, all right.
And then in Malaysia, tuk-tuks.
Okay.
So like our tricycles.
Yeah, the
They
tuk-tuks.
have nodes. A node is like a Wi-Fi modem attached to the tuk-tuk. Once someone pays using that, pay in cash, but then it gets converted, and then it automatically gets staked into the pool. And then that would also be like a passive income for the driver.
Wow, parang there are rewards, diba?
Yes.
Wow, that's really amazing. So, I hope that we'll be able to get to know more about blockchain. And I saw on Facebook, marami palang mga groups. So, but we don't know how, legit they are. So, how do we know ba if they're legit or not? Kasi it's very difficult to identify.
All groups has Ellie. In a lot of events.
Okay.
If Ellie is participating in that, that's legit.
Okay.
But then here in Luzon, there's a group called Openverse, led by Christopher Starr. He has been doing a lot of things here, all around actually Luzon, until wherever he feels like reaching out to. And then in Visaya, also in Luzon, Web3 Bulacan, where Ellie is part of the team. There's also Web3 Visayas under Rain. So that's pretty much Vismin in a way. So Bacolod, Iloilo, Cebu, all that area, there's also a strong community there. So there's a lot of groups and everything. There's also specific ones. Let's say for Ellie, when he does events, it's either under him, his company DV Code or ICP, or he partners with Pat of Polkadot, which they had an event over the weekend. So there's a lot of pretty much dip your toes in the water, find out, mingle with the whole community of the group. If how they behave and all that resonates with you, stay. If not, leave, find another one that you feel comfortable being with. So it's really like how you are raised when you're growing up. Your parents teach you, don't go with this type of people because they might be bad for you. Go with these types. So it's the same now as adults, that you have to choose wisely and smartly because money is involved.
Yes, that's
So
right.
yeah.
That's really, really true. Thank you, Migs. Well, so if you are interested in blockchain, look for Ellie Rabadon or Miguel Avila. And I heard Casey Montero is also
outside
one
of
of you guys.
Casey Montero, outside of his celebrity roles, in Web3 he has an NFT community, and then he's also a chief communications officer for Web3 conglomerate who have like DeFi platforms and a casino and all of that, all on Web3 and blockchain.
Wow, that's amazing. So where can they find you, Migs? Are you also one of those mentors who share about blockchain education?
I'm just the guy after those events that make sure everyone has fun. But I'm kidding. Yeah, it's best to look for Web3 Bulacan, Ellie.
Okay.
Openverse, Web3 Visayas, so that pretty much they'll see, because like it's a mushroom. Once you check one out, you're gonna see something pop up, something new pop up, and then you're just going to follow the trail until you find a place that you can call home.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
Interesting.
would you like to greet some of your friends or your mga blockchain community? They're watching right now.
Whoever's watching, stay strong. I don't know if it's October or not, but yeah. Other than that, like, hello to anyone else who's watching. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mix. Thank you very much for sharing your insights about blockchain. And before we say goodbye to everyone, would like to invite you all, especially the freshman parents, to please attend the freshman parents orientation this coming Saturday. That's October 11. We'll start with the mass at 9 a.m. sa Leong Hall. So if you're not familiar with Leong Hall, Pres Andrew,
Be the first building on your right when you enter Gate 3.
Gate 3, okay. So that's in front of Arete, right?
Yes.
Arete. So that's where the freshman parents orientation be. So wear blue, I believe. Yeah, that's the color, syempre. White and blue. Yeah, and one big fight. And also, I'm inviting you all to please join us for the 40th year of the ASPAC, the Association of Parents Council. It's going to be on November 22. So for your tickets, please visit our Facebook page, the ASPAC, ASPACes, the ASPAC official Facebook page.
Or
so,
you can score some at the for the freshman parents orientation. You could score some there.
yes, that's right. So see you on Saturday. And after this one,
And
pala,
you'll be there.
Yes, I'll be the host, unfortunately. I'm going to wear the red because it's 40th, so Ruby. So I'm going to wear some red. Thank you so much, Sis Sophia. Thank you for watching. Mike, and of course, Hollins. And thank you so much, Leternel, Aesthetic Medical Clinic, for taking care of me. And thank you so much. I'll be in Ayala Most Feliz right after this. So see you po, mga katutubo. This is ASPACes, your voice, your space, your story. Of course, with Press Andrew here, leaving some... Siyempre, our favorite lessons naman that we want to share to everyone out there. Oops, I dropped my hanky. Hold on. Okay.
I guess the thing that strikes my mind is that for evil to flourish is for good men to do nothing.
Okay. Wow, that's something deep. Hi to Doc Merrick din pala, sabi ni si Sophia. Okay, thank you once again. See you next week. Next week we'll be joined by the PTK team of Katipunan. Yan, we'll have Tuhon, Mick, and the rest of the guys here. So we'll learn naman about the Filipino martial arts. That's gonna be next week. So thank you once again, guys. Love you all. Stay safe. Bye. And congratulations pala, one big fight, Ateneo.
Yes,
Yee-hee.
4-0.
4-0, yeah. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
They've been behind every exam week, every thesis defense, and every milestone along the way. As they grow into thinkers, leaders, and changemakers, we are right there with them, listening, learning, and leading. This is your space, your voice, your story, where parenthood, purpose, and community come together on air. This is ASPACes, Ateneo Parents in Action. Listen in, laugh with us, and journey alongside fellow Ateneo parents as we share stories of service, solidarity, and the magic in everyday parenting. ASPACes, your story, your voice, your space. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.